we're there. I was having a stroke. Thank you for saying that word 4 times.
Can you bring cookies over here?
Yeah.
Alright, this breakfast.
Well, you guys asked for somewhere that would be sketchy and people would turn a blind eye, so
Okay.
congratulations, Bottle.
So you head in, and the people inside, like, it's been about a month since you've been through here. At least. Like, it's been a while since you've been through here. But the last time that you came in, it didn't feel so tense. There are a few people having meals and such like that, but it's fairly quiet. There's no music playing. You don't see anyone like lingering around really. That doesn't look like they're kind of passing through. And a tabaxi woman with just this beautiful yellow fur and big brown eyes peeks out from a door, and she, hello. Rinna, was it?
Yes.
It's been some time, I think. Did you want a room, or were you just having a meal tonight?
A room? Yes.
Well, we're in a couple.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how many of us can we fit in one room?
Well, usually we sell by the bed. Will you be sharing beds, or are you taking a room as a whole?
If you've got like a hallway that isn't being used right now or wouldn't be in the way, I could probably... I won't fit in your beds. You know what? You have a place where you keep horses?
Yes, we do have a stable outside. It's actually going to be 2 silver to stable a horse, if you have them. And I could just let you stay there for 1.
We can, we can use the party funds if you would like to stable the horses and take care of any lodging issues that we might have. That's what it's there for.
If you have multiple horses that you mean to board, then I can just waive your sleeping fee and you can just stay with them. That's fine. Will any of you be sleeping indoors this evening?
Yeah. Can we get 1 room and just all of us go in it?
Alright, then it'll just be 3 silver then if you're taking a full room. And I will ask that you do not leave your room after dark. We've had some issues recently.
What's been going on? It wasn't quite so unsettled last time.
Yes, see, unfortunately, we have had people... We're not sure entirely what happened, but when some of our patrons have left their room, they've been found expired the next morning in the hallway, and it doesn't seem to be that they've been wounded or killed or anything. We've had the healers come and investigate, but there doesn't seem to be anything but leaving the room after dark. So as long as you don't do that, then you'll be fine.
Leaving them after dark in the hallway or leaving the room in general? I don't understand. In your establishment, people are expiring, as you put it,
Yes.
in the hallways.
Who's killing them?
I really don't know, and I'm sure that it's fine. It might even be a sorcerer. We can't be sure, but
You
Well-
know those magic users just reviving and healing people and also murdering people.
they are quite terrifying. I've heard some stories, and her tail
They
just
walk
like
among us.
lashes.
Well, they are unbelievably awful.
I know you keep venturing across the borders, and I'm not sure why you do that, but
It's dangerous, I know. It's very dangerous.
no,
but
you taking that medicine to those sick people is
it's very, very important. They need it.
it is.
They don't have our
So-
modern medicine. They just have unpredictable magic.
It's very strange.
Sabine is just
you
like staring
and
daggers
Carly, you
into
would
Rinna's
know
eyes.
that her name is Curious Howl.
Curious Howl.
Aw.
Lovely.
And
Well-
I'm sorry, I was writing.
Do I have to say the whole name or can I just be like Howl?
Yep, just Howl.
Yeah. Howl, we will be on our most watchful guard. No one will leave the rooms
Good, of course. I
If you-
paid for something to happen. And will you be taking supper tonight, or...
I think we have food.
All right, very well.
What time is our bedtime at this point? Is
Oh.
that like when you say dinner?
That seems like an important question.
Yeah, is this like a midnight Cinderella?
So long as you are in your rooms and not in the main area of the inn after dark, I'm sure it will be fine.
How
After dark.
how many?
Are you all right, dear?
She's got a stutter.
I've
She's a
been
little
cold. How many people have you found expired?
4, unfortunately,
Oh, good
and they
lord.
were
It's a serial
travelers
killer.
Since when?
within the past 2-3 weeks.
Should we be staying here?
The guards did say that a mage had slipped by them, and so I am sure that has something to do with it. But
Did you see the mage?
no, I didn't. I didn't see anyone matching that description come in, but I am
on.
sure that things will be. I'm sure that things will be fine. I'm sure that they
No.
will.
A couple of us happen to have some medical experience. Do you know where they're keeping the bodies?
Well, they've burned them.
Of course. That's perfectly standard.
Or burying them.
Why bury them and waste the ground? We couldn't tell who they were. We didn't know who their families were, so we burned the bodies.
Why couldn't you tell who they were?
Travelers.
Well, we often have people give false names here.
Oh, I see. For the unscrupulous details about.
Do we have a brothel candle?
I would not want to smell that candle.
Listen, it could be all the perfumes and goodness that happens.
Now I gotta make a brothel candle, so.
You did it again.
Brothel.
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 You're a little southern, Sarah.
Yeah, she's a little southern.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. Thank you.
Okay, so randos are coming in. You've had 4 people pass away in about
Yikes.
3 weeks. Are there any other establishments that are just as seedy but not as murdery in the area?
Well, this is not a very large town and not very popular with travelers. We don't have libraries. We don't have anything that might appeal. But we mostly just have the miners who work here come through.
This is the best we're gonna get. Unless you want to be searched again.
Fine, I'd just love to be murdered. For
Does
money.
there happen to be any type of reward if somebody could find out what was going on and perhaps stop it?
A reward? Well, it has been a few days since we had anyone pass away unexpectedly, and honestly, it has not quite come to the point where we are offering a reward for someone to investigate. If that happened, we would call the King's Men in.
4 people get killed while they're trying to screw around with someone without their wife knowing, and there's nothing to be done about that.
Would you like the room or not?
I'd like to live.
Then don't leave the room after dark. That's all I have to offer.
This is like when you stay in Orlando.
Alrighty. Well, I guess we're gonna stay.
And you do have like another couple of hours before actual like sundown hits.
It's like we're grandmother hours where we're having to sleep before the sun goes down.
I assume we go drop our stuff in the room. Once we're out of earshot, I just kind of want to...
So I do not know if this struck any of you as odd, but I think I would like to know what is happening in this town.
I would too. That's why I asked if there was a reward.
Yes. Do you want to investigate?
I'm leaving the room after dark.
I mean, we have a couple of hours before dark as well, so I was going to just go wander and see.
Maybe
I'm-
we should try to get a map while we're at it.
Yes.
Might be wise.
Does your work for like testing ashes?
Not particularly, to be honest. If there is anything distinctly magical, if there is an item, I could maybe figure out what the item is for. Or if there is a mark of magic that I could recognize, like a rune or something of that nature, something physical, I could maybe identify it from there, but I do not have currently the capability to just feel it. I wish that I did. I know it is possible, but I just don't have it yet.
It probably wouldn't be worth it to fill your items yet then.
Do you not like the candle?
Oh no, I can just really smell it. It's a good smell.
You just got a really good nose.
You have a really good nose.
You're super sniffer.
Yeah.
What is this one called? I like it.
Can you take
Yeah,
It's
I
the
like
Black
this one.
Crown Tavern.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there.
So exciting.
Do you want to take a break before we start our Scooby-Doo shenanigans?
Honestly, and I cannot stress this enough.
Is there more of that dip?
Yeah, it's somewhere.
I put it back in the fridge because it was getting a little...
Alright, yeah, I'll go ahead and pause while we like... There we go.
Did you just hear him go, oh?
Okay. So, what are y'all up to for the remaining few hours that you've got?
What are we gonna do?
Remember stabling horses, getting them washed down, making sure that they've got like everything that they need for the night, and then trying to see if there's like a hayloft or something that she can like kip in.
Yeah, there's definitely a hayloft, and like when you crawl up there, that's actually where the stable boy's currently sleeping.
Aw.
Sick.
That's why he like didn't come out to greet you or anything. So like Remember climbs up there and he just hello.
Hello.
And he's just this little like
Hello.
dwarf boy who's just like
Hi.
and he just like carefully crawls backwards, keeping his eyes on Remember. You hear him like drop down into the hay underneath and then like tear off somewhere.
Yeah, okay.
Tamsin, do you want to join me, and whoever else wants to, do you want to join me out in the town? Perhaps
Night on
ask
the
some
town.
questions?
I think we should get a map.
Yes, I'm down.
Damn it, Scooby Gang. Can't we go one place without meddling in someone's business?
Oh, and hit the Scooby.
Yes! Can we just be the Scooby Gang? That'd be our name.
Do you want to call yourselves a Scooby Gang?
No, Daniel will not stand for that.
That was a hard no.
Okay. So those of you who are out and about in the town, you can see there's really not like they weren't kidding when they said that it wasn't a tourist destination. There's really not a lot here. The buildings are fairly close together. There's definitely some farmland off to the south, but it looks like from the look of the people, from the look of like what they've got going on, this is mostly a mining town.
Okay. Is there anywhere that a group of people has gathered and just seems to be talking? Like they're not purposely working or walking anywhere, like they're just kind of talking.
Near the inn that you guys are now staying at, there is what looks like is sometimes a small market square, and there are a couple people that are just gathered there, just discussing their day, and they're discussing like the new mayor, and there's just a bunch of chatter going on there. They're just like, oh yeah, did you hear that he broke his leg down there? Yeah, that was just stupid of him. I can't believe he dropped that. And they're just chilling.
Do we see somewhere where we think we could get a map?
There's not really like anyone drawing them up in this place.
I'm gonna, knowing that I look very foreign, I'm gonna kind of make my way up to the people that are gathered there and just kind of be like,
Yeah, hello. It's nice to meet y'all. I'm new to town, and I just heard some rumors about some mysterious deaths that were happening. Do you know anything about that?
And one of the dwarven men look up, and he's got just all of his black hair is braided. Like, even his beard is just a bunch of little braids. And he has a couple of flowers stuck in them. And he glances up and he... Oh, I suppose you're staying at the inn then?
Yeah, that was where my friend pointed us towards.
I mean, there's only the one in town, but it's nice to have people passing through. Yeah, we're not entirely sure. We think it's probably a sorcerer or something who spelled the place, but I'm sure that they're going to send a priest out to take a look at it. The shrine that they've got here really isn't set up so much for it. I mean, you'd think that... Sorry, you said you're not from here. Jalen, he's the god of travelers and such. You'd think that they'd take care of things, but apparently not. So they've probably got a priest or something coming out to take a look at it.
So the shrine needs to be re-upped by the priest every now and then?
Not necessarily. The shrine is staffed, but they didn't seem to be able to do anything about what was happening. They couldn't necessarily find anything wrong. Sorry, what did you say your name was?
Giselle.
It's usually so.
It's usually, but I don't have my accent right now. My name's Kate.
Kate. Lovely to meet you, Kate. I'm Bruto.
Bruto. Nice to meet you. So there was nothing, like, it just seems more likely to me there's a very big lack of magic folk over here. It seems more likely to me that it was just someone around town. How do they know that it wasn't just a crime of passion?
Well, those that were found dead weren't necessarily found murdered. They were just dead.
Just dead.
Yep, no one really takes to staying there too late anymore. I'm sure it's hurt business for Howl, but, if you all just keep to your rooms, I'm sure that you'll be fine.
Pause for notes.
We keep hearing that.
So it's always after dark.
That seems to be it. Can't necessarily say that they were seen out after dark, but I'm not prying into it too big. It's not any of my business.
As it shouldn't be. Sorry, my curiosity gets away from me sometimes.
Well, if I were staying somewhere people died, I'd want to know why too.
Yeah, thank you. Do you have anything in this town you think I shouldn't miss while I'm here?
Not particularly, unless you like the smell of coal.
Well, I can't say I would really know. Haven't been around too many mines before. Though there was this one time there were some wolves and like some skeletons and stuff. It was real weird. Not gonna lie.
What do you mean some that wasn't over by Hollowbell, was it?
Nah.
Oh, for fuck's entire sake.
We heard something fucking incredible about that place.
Really? What happened in Hollowbell?
Alright, so there's this clan, the Fireforge clan. They're the ones that had the mine over there. We heard that there were mages found slaughtered there. Fucking amazing, especially in a place like Atesa. You'd think that they wouldn't get so bold as to just wipe them out, but whoever did that was doing the world a favor.
Oh my goodness.
We're heroes,
No,
guys.
no, we are not. No, we are not. No, absolutely not. I will burn it. I will. Okay, we've been here before. We are here again. I will burn the fucking campaign down around me. No, we are not.
Well, that's pretty wild. I haven't heard anything about that.
No.
I guess I'll make a note to stay away from Hollowbell. It sounds like they got some violent happenings going on.
We purposefully skipped going to Hollowbell because we talked mad shit about all the people we killed in their mine.
It was pretty great.
Can we side note fill Carly in? As
What is this? Yes, you can
please.
like go ahead and You can go ahead and like step away.
In short, what happened was that we were in Hollowbell. We had just started our mission. We went to go investigate in these mines. When we were in the mines, we finally got this like magic door open, and behind it was a bunch of people, and they were like, "Fuck off!" And we were like, "Hey, you fuck off!" And then like, "We're gonna fight you," and then we're like, "Nuh-uh!" And then they tried to kill us. So we, in return, retaliated, but we were much stronger than them.
Yes.
And then on top, we weren't gonna kill them, and then somebody necromancered the shit out of Remember's face, and she went down. She died, and I had to revive her.
Oh,
And then
shoot.
she woke up and murdered the person who murdered her.
Yeah.
So it was like this whole convoluted thing. And at first we were killing wolves, so we were like, "Hey, wolves," but the wolves would like belong to the people in the mines. And then we were like, "Yeehaw! We killed a bunch of bad guys in the mines because they attacked us." But like, you know how word spreads weird.
Yeah.
And it turns out they were renting the mine.
Mm-hmm.
Technically,
Good move.
they were legal. Technically,
They were legal, but they did attack us.
And they were up to shady bad stuff.
They were up to shady bad
They
stuff.
were working for the bad guys.
They were
Heroes.
working- It
Which is
depends.
not.
It depends on who's telling the story.
Notably, we did let 2 of them go.
We did.
But
We
like-
only killed one.
I'm
person.
sorry. I let 2 of them go.
That's because they tried
Y'all
to
were gonna
murder
torture
us.
their asses and then murder them. I let 2 of them
It's
go.
because they were gonna try to kill us.
Yeah.
They were dumb underlings.
So
Yeah.
That
back
were
to
used.
back to Kate and Bruto. So
Yeah.
you guys,
Yeah.
so you
I
guys
didn't
are
write his
filling.
name down.
So you guys are filling Rinna in over to the side, and you're like, listen,
Be cool.
be
Hey,
cool.
hey, be cool.
So, Bruto, let me write your name down.
I feel like Bruno from Marge.
So Bruto, do you know? Is there anyone that has any more information that I could talk to? Anything specific about what I should be doing or avoiding or anything like that?
Where? Here or?
In the town or just in general, I guess. But I'm just trying to be safe as I travel through this country.
Are you heading in or heading out?
And I'm headed toward Watervale.
It'll be a lot nicer once you get out there. At least the roads are paved.
That sounds like a bonus.
It is, trust me, especially with the clacks. But there's really not too much here. Once you get to Scrabcaster, then things are a bit nicer. But, just move through and keep your head down as much as you can.
Alright. Thank you very much, Bruto. You've been a great help.
Hi, it was nice meeting you. Kate.
Thank you.
And he just nods and heads back to the conversation.
Idea. We steal a clack. And we write it into Kira.
Yee, and I cannot stress this enough.
Ha.
I like this.
Alright, so
I've
what
never
are y'all
still-
doing?
I was with her. I
Okay.
was just standing there listening.
Tamsin's standing there, just quietly listening.
Just staring dead-eyed the entire conversation.
Pretty much.
So, just kind of aside to the group, out of earshot. So, I think that maybe we should investigate this shrines that they were talking about. That might be a good place to start. How much time do we have before sundown?
Wait,
Do you
how
know?
do they have a shrine if they don't believe in magic?
We have a shrine to Jalen, the god of. He's basically Hermes. Like
Yeah,
the god
It's
of
our,
travelers.
it's our local priestess or god. So
So
it's religion, not magic.
you're talking to a cleric, honey. It's the same thing.
Not here. It's not.
Wait, so you're separated. I'm sorry, this does not make very much sense to me. You're separated magic, which is the support of everything, from religion?
See, the way we do it is it's more like a we don't do the magic. The magic is done for us, and we pretend like it's not magic.
So, in order to worship your gods,
Yes.
you've removed their power.
No, they can do the power, but we just it doesn't go through us. We're not channels of that.
So in the circuit board of life.
Yes. So in the circuit board of life,
This is very strange to me. I do not understand.
this country is what 800 years old. I didn't make the rules when we first came here. I was just sort of tossed into it.
Very odd.
Out of the womb.
Do you know where the shrine is in this town?
I mean, most shrines in the towns are around the same place. I can probably figure it out. I haven't been to this one specifically, but
Yeah, it doesn't take much. Like, this is not a big town.
yeah.
This is definitely, like, most of the people who are here are people who, like, live here. Unlike White Flag, which had a lot of people passing through, you know, it was open for, like, commerce and trade. Like, this is very much you're passing through, there's a place to sleep, keep on going. But the shrine is very easy to find. It's an unassuming house. The only thing that is declaring that it is a shrine is what looks like someone has taken the wheel off of a wagon and sliced it in half and laid it flat so that it looks like a sunrise over the door. And that's what declares it is a shrine to Jalen. Do y'all go inside? Like, are you heading into there, or did you just want to...
Yeah, I'm sorry, notes. Yes, I would like to go into.
I just want to get
I
this
will
straight
follow
again.
Rangrod.
You have a god.
2 gods. Well, one god.
Worst
2 gods,
time.
1 gods. It's Galen and Jalen.
There's Gillinor, Gillinay,
Gillinor and Gillinay.
and then there's Jalen, and
There's
then there's
Jalen.
Felena. There's different
It's
gods for different
just-
things.
But you don't want their magic.
We want their magic, but we don't practice their magic. That's not our job. I mean, we shouldn't be able to possess the gods' magic. That's...
Oh, so you guys are like, we're shittier and stuff. Okay, I gotcha. Alright, let's go.
That's how it goes.
Catholic.
It's the guilt.
Understood. I know what's happening.
Do you eat wafers?
No.
I don't know.
But I do.
This
But
is
as we go into the
incredibly
temple, I do like a
weird.
little, like, whatever they do.
You do it two-handed, like.
No, it's like
There
a
is-
2-finger cross that we do. When we walk.
there is one for Jalen is there is a broken wheel beside the door, and you're supposed to put a copper into the broken part of the wheel.
Yeah.
So you would
No, but as we walk in, I'm like, and I take a copper out because
Stop it.
go ahead and do sleight of hand because
Take a copper, put
yeah.
that same copper back in.
Put a different copper in.
Pious.
ooh, yikes. I got a 5.
Okay, so as you go and you reach for the copper that's in the wheel, you hear a good evening. And a human priestess approaches you and I apologize. Do you have a broken clack?
Not a broken clack, but
As she does that, I put a silver in place of it. You're so generous, and then removes the copper and puts a silver in place. Isn't that right?
yes.
oh, I see. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Welcome to the local shrine for Jalen. Are you worshippers, or were you looking for a place for the twin-faced god, or perhaps the goddess of the harvest?
Actually, I was looking for maybe a bit of information. There have been some.
We're worshippers, coming to enjoy a wonderful time. If you could direct my friend as to the in-charge priestess.
That would be me.
As I was
course.
saying,
Sick.
I have a couple of questions. If you have time to answer them now.
Of course, please, just this way. And she like leads you up, and there's a couple benches scattered in here. There's just like a wheel, like there's the half wheel outside. There's the broken wheel just inside, and then at the very back of the room there is a full wheel, and it's just like mounted on the wall.
Can I get your name, ma'am?
My name is Gail.
Wonderful. Do you happen to know anything about the bodies that have been found around town?
Yes, it is. It is particularly tragic, considering that they are travelers. I was asked to go in and see if there was anything I could find, and unfortunately, I found nothing. I found no marks. I found no sign that they had eaten poor food. I found no sign that they had met with injury on their way.
Really, it is just very, very sad. But I did give them their last rites, and we burned the bodies.
So, forgive me, I'm something of a medical practitioner, and I'm slightly concerned about our safety as a group. So, what? They had no physical signs of any kind of ailment or injury or anything like that. Were their mouths open? Was anything about the way that they were found weird?
Were you tasked with investigating these deaths?
No, ma'am, I wasn't tasked with it. I just find myself unable to leave a question unanswered.
It was a bit alarming, I will warn you. They looked quite terrified. But there were no signs that they were wounded in any way. They simply were dead in the hall.
Were they found inside?
In the house, yes. Well, in the inn.
They were inside the inn.
House of Sin.
In House of Sin.
Yes, they were found inside the house, but everyone who was in their rooms seemed to hear nothing amiss. It was quite strange, and we are sure that someone was covering something up, but the locals know nothing, and while I trust these people, I have lived with them a long time.
Understood, ma'am. I come from a small town myself. I completely understand.
I'm also going to yank that copper out of Rinna's hand that she had.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it to you. Where exactly are you from? I have never traveled myself, but I am quite interested.
I'm something of a nomad, to be honest. My original town, it's kind of the border of the Tasith and Tardotis, but more towards the Tasith. It's kind of our own little thing, our own little world. But I've been traveling to broaden my horizons for a little while.
Well, perhaps I can give you a token of good fortune.
And she reaches into a little box and removes what looks like the same half wheel that is mounted outside, and she...
For you, hopefully the travelers will bless you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I appreciate it. You've been most helpful.
Of course. Is there anything I can do for the rest of you?
These are, like, strictly Giron's gods, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Is there, like, a prayer section or, like, a blessing section besides from the wheel where you can offer something?
It's like a small house that has been, like, emptied. You can see a door off to the left of where you immediately came in that probably goes off to where Gale sleeps and, like, lives and kind of stuff, but the rest of it is just open. There's a few scattered benches and some candles, but other than that, there's really... You can see at the intact wheel, you can see where people have left, like, little offerings and, like, a broken branch that's definitely not native to here, that's probably closer to Tardodith. You can see, like, some desert stones that are piled up in a little heap, and it's definitely, like, people who have gone on journeys have come and left tokens for this god.
Okay. I think she's going to leave. She has a holy parchment, so she's gonna just kind of scribble down like a message
Okay.
to the gods that are just basically gonna be like, "We in this bitch, look out for us." Okay, bye.
Oh Lord.
I was really wondering where this was going. Please say that is exactly how it's written down. Like, that is exactly, that is exactly how it's written down. We in this bitch, look out for us. Peace.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
And that's what she
Is
does.
that dog barking ambiance or is that dog barking?
That's
Dog
ambiance.
And then
That's
she's
the only
gonna-
thing on the track.
she's gonna.
Yeah,
she has a
honestly,
peach
that's
from
what
a
she did.
Tesa, and she's gonna cut it in half and then remove the pit and leave two sides,
Why
one
do
for
they
each
all
god.
have dogs?
Okay.
Sabine likes gods, dragons. Sabine doesn't like everything else.
She's like, I'm a good cleric. Sup, it's your boy.
Hey demons, it's your boy.
That's on your bridge, go fam.
Okay, so you see Safine like making an offering to the god.
I'm very freaked out because like I believe in it, but I don't practice it. I'm like, you're not even from here. Agnostic.
Alright. And so
Does Tamsin? There wouldn't be anything here that would.
no.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. What time is it? Is it getting dark?
It's probably like you can definitely see the sky is getting like pink and gold and like it's definitely sunset's coming.
Tamsin,
Yes.
where are you from?
Are we alone right now?
You're probably like leaving. You're probably leaving the church.
Okay. Why do you ask?
She's like, I've been with you 3 days.
Because you look like a monk, but I'm not quite sure where that fits into the world and whatnot.
Well, I am a monk. The Order of the Whisper.
You need to give me more information than that.
That's more than we
Do you
got.
think
Like,
No,
I
everybody
know,
knows
damn,
that.
what the fuck?
No, everybody knows that.
we
Everybody
do
knows
now,
that.
but it took you forever to give us that much.
I was
No,
like,
Hold up. No, because seriously, like, I thought that was something that was, like, everybody knew of. Like,
Um,
nobody knows about the Order.
The order is definitely like it's kind of one of those things where like people are aware of Buddhist monks, but they
Right.
don't really know like what they do or where exactly they live. It's that kind of. You don't know what's going on in it unless you're in it, but you
Okay.
know what it is.
Well, then rewind, because Tamsin wouldn't say that.
wait, can I try to persuade him?
Yeah,
Tell
no,
us
you can absolutely do a persuasion check, but you have to play it out
Oh, what do you
in character voices, and then you can use persuasion.
Okay.
So you're just asking me where I'm from?
Yeah, like I want to know where you're from.
Well, I'm a monk. And like Angrod, I come from Agord. I don't really know before that where.
I just had a vision.
And now I'm just
Carly's gonna roll a nat 20 and we're
moving around.
What exactly do you mean you don't know where you were before that?
All right, go ahead and roll persuasion.
13 plus 6.
Oh my god! Fuck!
Can I count it?
Yeah,
I was like,
your charisma is nowhere near. It's not gonna be anything like
It's
that.
Added up
Even if
plus
I got a 20.
Hold on, let me see.
Wait, what did you ask?
I want to know what was before you being a monk? Where'd you come from?
And
you
then-
said you didn't really know.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I lived on the streets. I was an orphan.
Very cute.
What persuaded you to join, like, the monastery?
Well, I got into a bit of trouble.
I know trouble.
Quite a funny fellow. And a monk helped me out. And that's really all there is to it.
Okay. It's fair enough for now.
Johnson's in the back, sweating bullets. She's just like,
He's remembering all the time she shot those boars. And it's like,
all right. So sunset is approaching. You guys go ahead and head on back to the inn. There are quite a few people here for dinner, and you can see that Bruto is there with another dwarven woman, and she's sitting with him, and they're talking with another group, and he kind of like waves at Angrod as y'all come inside. And you said that you were not going to eat, so are you guys just heading straight up to your rooms, or?
Probably.
We're all staying in the same room except for Remember, right?
Remember's in the barn.
Remember's
probably been asleep because I don't think she like slept well after the fire.
She was like, later, and went into the bar. Alright, so you guys go ahead and you head up to your room, I guess.
Before the sun actually officially sets, can I just kind of meander the halls, see if anything catches my eye
Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll
as being out of the ordinary?
investigation.
Can I assist?
Yeah, so roll advantage.
Okay. Okay.
We switched to the other dicey bowl way.
15.
You pace the hallway a couple times with Temzin. The two of you are looking into corners. You're looking for maybe runes that are sketched into doorways, or marks that might reveal like someone was a target for something. And you kind of trip a little bit over the long rug that's down the center, and when you catch yourself, you realize that the rug is kind of pulled back, and you see what looks like blood staining the floor.
How fresh is it?
It's definitely not fresh blood.
Disgust.
But the
Yes.
bodies didn't have any wounds, is what they've all been saying.
Mhm.
So if the bodies did not have any wounds, then
Where did the blood come from?
I do not understand. This is odd.
Is something eating, like, their blood?
It might be.
Bad people.
At this point, I don't know that this is necessarily magical in origin. Or if it is, I don't know that it is the person who is in control of the magic. It does not strike me as there are more efficient ways to kill with
Right.
magic. I don't understand. We might just have to wait in the hall to find out if we want to. I don't know how invested in this that we are.
I think.
I think we should do it tomorrow.
Well, I think we might as well investigate tonight. I'm up for a
Are we
little.
going to leave tomorrow?
That was the intention, I thought.
As long as no one dies.
Okay.
I mean, as long as everything goes all right tonight. I mean,
My concern is if this is magical in origin, we are the best, most equipped people to handle it, but I don't want to endanger our group for something that possibly won't endanger us.
quite right. I agree.
I suppose we could poke our nose around and things for a little while.
Might as well for tonight. We're here.
See if we can do any good.
I am game.
What about our new friend?
You guys care an awful lot about things that aren't your business.
D&D trademark.
You have no idea.
As long as if it's magical, I can chill at the back. I'll tag along.
Alright. That usually is where I chill. But, chill. But if it is magical, then I should probably be where I can see. So.
It is the weirdest thing hearing Angrod without her accent. Because I know it's her, but I'm still like...
Would you guys be going to tell Remember what's going on? Or are you just leaving her to her?
Leaving Scrappy-Doo in the...
Does anybody have a message thing?
No, I don't. I'd probably pop down just before the sun sets and Phil remembering.
Okay.
We are thinking that we might investigate the happenings inside of the inn. And then I tell her about all of the things that we found and like the information that we got. And kind of what our vague plan is.
I just love that out of all the things I've ever said, that's what sets Reagan off.
She really does love Scrappy-Doo.
My only exposure to Scrappy-Doo was the live action Freddie Prinze Jr. Scooby-Doo, so...
Oh no, he's remember in the animation. He's like, "Come on, Uncle Scooby, we can totally take this ghost." And Scooby's like, "Hell no." Okay, continue. So sorry.
Do you want me to go into the inn with you? Is back? I've been napping for... fucking time is it right now? I don't know. I'm rested, is what I'm trying to say. I don't need to sleep anymore tonight. Do you want me to stay in the inn with you while you investigate, or do you think it'd be more beneficial to have someone outside to watch the entrances?
I don't know. I don't know what it is yet. Do you have any knowledge of a creature that draws blood but does not leave any injury? Because that is what we're looking at right
Do
now.
I have any knowledge of a creature that draws blood?
I was about to say, could I do like a history check on that?
Yeah.
Would I know?
They'd probably be.
You could do. Actually, you could all do. Go ahead and do. Go ahead and do a history check.
Hell
Whoever
yeah.
is like thinking back through everything.
That's me. 14. Hell.
It isn't higher than an 8, whatever my
I
modifier
got a
is.
17.
You got a 17?
Yeah.
17 as well.
Okay.
Hang on 1 second, I gotta think about this. Fuck.
Yeah, that's a whole
8.
7.
Okay. Rinna and Temzin, as the 5 of you are
Oh, I
now.
should've done a medicine check.
As the 5 of you are now discussing this and tossing ideas around, the 2 of you, especially since she was just making you think of your childhood, you think of. You happen to recall a nursery rhyme. And it's not about vampires. It's not about ghouls. It's not about anything like that. It's literally just a nursery rhyme about remembering the dead so that the dead don't come back to make people remember them. That's all you can. That's all that it sounds like.
Remember that old, childhood nursery rhyme about remembering the dead so that the dead don't come back and make you dead? So you remember them? Anybody remember that?
I think they taught it more as a nightmare. Where I'm from.
A nightmare.
Wait, it's a thing,
No, the nursery rhyme. It was a scary story, not a nursery rhyme for us.
but it's like, what is it though? It's something that kills you so that the dead don't come back to kill you? Is that the story?
Remembering the dead, so the dead don't remember you.
Don't come back to
Don't.
kill you
don't
so
come back to
you remember them.
Yes.
In Tardonas, we just have a giant snowy owl
Right,
that
that's what
comes
you
and
said?
picks off
Mhm.
small children.
Hell yeah. It's like Sinbad.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's very pivotal to my childhood.
But that's all we remember.
Mhm.
If it is possibly undead and a fiend, you might be a good bet for us.
Did we decide whether or not I'm coming back in the end? I don't know the other
That's up to remember.
You're
Yeah,
right.
if you-
Angerod and remember we're talking about it.
Except
If you
for
would like to come
I
back
don't know.
in, then you can. I don't
that
know.
does.
It is stayed inside of the inn as to this point, but if you are more comfortable out here, we don't anticipate much. We are leaving tomorrow one way or the other. So if you would like to come back in, you can.
Here's my thing.
If you
guys.
are all killed, I will have to go back through and taste it on my own. And I'll come back in soon.
Okay.
Very good, because then you can stab things and we won't have to use our magic. I feel like we have to find a word to replace that word. The M word.
The M word.
I actually don't know.
Mojo.
Talents.
Our wiles.
Our mojos.
I don't know how to ward off dead people. Undead people.
You're just good at it. I think you're proficient when you act against the undead. I think you might get advantage against the undead, question mark? And you have a
I
bunch
don't
of
think
spells.
I'm high enough level also to have anything specifically to.
You should have turned undead already, I think.
I think let's see.
I just came out with that. That'll work. That's the nursery rhyme y'all remember.
Wow, she's quick.
Damn.
Incredible.
Not
They
learning
will.
finesse.
Here, hold on. I'm
I
looking
definitely
it up.
don't have anything about treating undead. Also, I don't know what the point of that is.
You turn undead?
So that they don't attack me?
You want to read it to them?
Yeah.
You literally turn them away. Like,
Yeah,
Moses.
literally, like, they literally just...
This is the nursery room and how it went. Remember the lost, or they will find. Your heart beats for too much time. They steal your breath, they want your soul. Remember the lost, or the bells will toll.
Told
undead.
undead.
Yeah, so are there like specters walking around in human suits now?
Ooh.
Like spirit suits, not human, because they burn the body supposedly. Maybe this isn't worth it. Guys, what if we use our magic to defend ourselves and then people kick us out or murder us for trying to defend ourselves? This is Hallowell all over again.
It is worth talking about and seeing if we even want to pursue it. If we stay inside of our rooms, presumably nothing will happen to us and we can move on in the morning.
It's like that Scooby-Doo episode when the green ghouls come around and turn people into stone. They didn't have to leave their rooms.
Sierra just got like a flashback face.
I was thinking back to the time when Scooby-Doo and freaking Supernatural.
I was
costumes
too.
were-
Something getting kind of feeling.
No, fate isn't directing you.
I just realized if you can see things and you can sense things with fate, do I have to kiss things? To figure things out?
you
have to
guys see
taste them.
Safine. You guys see Safine very thoughtful, and then she starts going.
Angron, give me your hand. I'm going to kiss your hand. Oh shit, will I poison her?
You don't know.
There's only one way to fucking find out.
I can heal you, and then I kiss her hand.
What?
I
Okay,
kiss her hand. Does anything happen?
your hand starts to burn.
Shit! Hi! Wait, but is anything happening though? Can I sense that she's magically?
No, you don't.
Everyone's
it.
fucking dead.
I'm gonna cure wounds.
Alright.
That's 11 points of healing. You're fine now.
Yeah, you're fine.
I also used up a spell
Angron's
slot, but it's
fucking
fine.
dead. This is the story of how Angron died.
The story of
Wow.
how I died.
Well, now we know. Make sure
Just kiss
Sophie never kisses anyone.
Or Speed does kiss people.
That too.
Our own seductress.
Dead.
Aw,
Oh, good. She's
my
very
romance
charming.
life. I'm not gonna be able to marry anybody
Shoulder
outside of
shimmy.
Tardonis. See, this is how they get you, man.
You also probably couldn't work as a brothel worker.
My money expenses are exponentially getting higher.
Alright, so the sun has set, and you guys hear just silence. Where normally in an inn, like the other inns you've been in, and the other places that you've gone through, like, people are drinking throughout the night. Like, people are, like, they're doing their thing. And here, it's just quiet.
Ooh.
The sun sets, doors click shut, you hear locks go, and it's just quiet.
Do we want to investigate or do we want to sleep?
Yeah, it is kind of hard to get like a sexual interaction going on, huh? When people have been murdered in the hallways. I just realized that must be bad for business.
We can
Yeah.
have their business.
We have to get this brothel back on track.
What she said is
In
quite.
this Hallmark movie, 5 scrappy adventurers find a down on their luck brothel, but after these adventurers are done with their ghosts, they'll be back in business for sure.
It's a Christmas miracle. Safine's gonna write a letter to one of the goddesses and be like, "Hey, at the end of this, if we're successful, if I could not have poison's lips, that would be awesome." And then like Sacred Flames it to like send it to them and just like. Psst.
Now,
Alright.
when you use Sacred Flame, when you've used Sacred Flame, like, on the stones, it has been a flame.
Yeah,
It's not a flame.
this time.
It
Or
wasn't a
just in
flame.
general?
It wasn't a flame even with the boars. Like, when you think about it,
It's just light.
it's just this brilliant burst of light,
Perfect.
and it's just radiance, and then it just is nothing. And
Aw.
you're still, you're just holding this letter up. You made it, like, glow for a second.
I'm gonna find a candle.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
just, like-
there's definitely candles.
I hope you get this.
All right.
We're all just sitting in this room, right?
Yeah, you guys are now just.
So I'm
We're
gonna.
sneak out of
So,
it.
I'm gonna
and this
listen-
isn't like a large room. Like, the bed could probably fit the three of you. Definitely could not fit Remember and anyone else. And Remember would probably have to like curl up in a little ball. But like, it's a little tight for the 5 of you.
Tamsin's gonna be like listening at the door, like to see if he hears anything. Just kind of like,
You do not.
okay, just in there. Well, guys, who wants to go outside after dark?
You know, Rinna, there's probably no one at the bar, which means you could take a lot of things from the bar. Including money.
I'm sorry. Are you trying to tempt me to get me killed so you can investigate?
No, I'm merely saying how valuable this time would be.
If we all go down there together, so I don't get murdered.
You're not gonna get murdered.
Tell that to the other 4.
Did we find out they were like old or anything? They were just all
They're
men.
travelers.
You just-
I
yeah,
say
you just
we
found
all
out.
go down to the bar. We steal everything.
I don't like this plan. I don't like the get killed plan. I don't like the stealing things plan. I don't like this bed.
What if we open the door but don't go outside?
That's a better plan.
It does create the choke point.
Remember, do you want to get back down to the stables? We could escort you down and come back.
On the way
Well,
to
we're not
the
leaving
stables.
now.
On the bar?
They told us we can't open the doors after dark, yes. Whatever's causing problems likes to kill people who are not from here. We are not from here, and it likes to do it after dark, and it is now dark outside.
Would it attack me if I'm from here?
There's one way to find out.
Don't like your tone. Were
Why do I
the
just become
were the
a
travelers
star?
like like from Garan, or were they from other countries? Do we know that or no?
You don't know.
Is there a keyhole on the door that I can see through?
Oh my god.
Let's just open the door.
Just tell me what you're doing.
I open
Are
the
you-
door.
I'm just
Alright.
so fucking delighted to not be a white girl in the horror movie right now. Remember's at the back of the damn room.
I'm gonna open it to where like I'm not in viewpoint when I open it.
Yeah, that's
So
gonna stop the
Tamsin's-
ghost.
Tamsin,
It's not a ghost.
She said it wasn't a ghoul.
Alright.
she opens
Or
it, so
vampire.
Tamsin's kind of like there,
I'm
looking
gonna
out
open
through
it
the
so
door
that
crack.
our main victim is in viewpoint.
You like shove Rinna
No,
and
it's just,
open the
I'm
door.
gonna- I'm just gonna target it perfectly to where I just like open it and I'm behind the door, but she's mostly in view.
I kind of try to scuttle past, but there's also 5 of us in the room, and I can't really get anywhere.
Yeah, you see the hallway.
That's worse.
Fucking slumber party. We're like, no, you go, no, you go.
So, you just see the hallway. It is dark. There are the what you thought originally were candles on the wall are actually like these torches that have been turned down almost with these like glass spheres over them. You really don't see anything, and then you see a hazy purple glow.
Hell no, this is magic. I am going to the back behind all of you, because all of you are familiar with this.
Can I like
You just
shut the
squish
door?
yourself behind.
Yeah, I like drop down and I scrush past everyone's
Shoot,
legs.
I don't have any holy water either.
You have
You said a
Your
purple
lesson.
glowing haze.
You have
Yeah,
your channel
like this,
divinity.
like
No,
off to,
divinity.
like you couldn't
Which-
see the whole hallway,
Yeah, which
but like you could
turn
see
on
like
it.
a hazy.
So if we
purple
had to,
glow.
you could.
Coming from down the hallway.
It wasn't coming or going anywhere. It was
just
just
say a
like
prayer.
present.
Yeah, but I just meant like
Yeah.
it was down the hallway. We couldn't quite see the source. We just could tell that something down the hallway is creating this purple hazy
Exactly.
glow.
Is
Yes.
the hazy glow anywhere near the unusual blood stain?
Yes.
Seeing it and actually looking at it, would I recognize anything about it?
No, it was like you. All you can really see it would be if someone were standing out here and someone was in my room and turned on a flashlight out here, and you just see the glow of like the flashlight down the hall. It's that kind of comparison of
So
light.
is the hallway like an L? So like it goes that way?
No,
and
it
turns?
just is a straight hallway. You came up the stairs from downstairs.
I am gonna shut the door
Yeah.
and I'm gonna quickly pour, like, use the water that's in my canteen
Mm-hmm.
and bless that shit.
Okay.
Thames is gonna just barely crack the door open stealthily and like peek out.
Because I think there's like what, 3 uses in a canteen.
Something like that.
So I'm gonna just bless it all and be like, oh my gosh, if I had to throw this out, oh my gosh.
Okay.
And then just like keep that
Okay.
at the ready.
You have Temsin peeking out.
Yeah.
You peek out and you see a woman standing at the end of the
Like
hall.
our Travis
And the
right
light
here.
coming from
Huh?
Play with
the
us,
light
Danny.
coming from her.
No!
Is she familiar?
No.
So it's not been somebody we've seen so far.
Is she blonde?
Is
Is she blonde?
Yeah, is she blonde?
You can't tell from there. You just can see that she's glowing.
Neat.
And she is standing at the end of the hall. And
Do I get any feelings now?
it looks like she's like just standing and looking out the window.
Sus.
Sus.
Do I get any feelings now? No.
Fate isn't pulling you one way or the other.
Hey mates, I very quietly and stealthily like close the door and I'm like softly whispering, so that purple light is coming from a lady. She's glowing purple down at the end of the hallway.
In my mind, purple means necromancer.
That sounds like magic.
Most likely yes.
Cool.
I'm going to like pour a little bit of the water out in front of our doorway,
Okay.
just as like a barrier.
Alright.
And like if I have to like pat it on the like the door frames too, and just like
Just a little bit of that.
bless the door.
The blood of the lamb.
We're in a Catholic country, okay? You're gonna just be like, all right, Phobos, if you gotta do something, bro.
Has the lady moved?
Mm-mm.
Someone's gonna make
Like, you went back in the room, you said. Like, she...
Well, I still haven't closed the door, but I'm assuming she opened it back up to pour. Did you not open it up? You just poured it on our side of the door?
You already have it peeked open, right?
Well, I softly closed it so to tell you guys that there was a lady.
I'm just gonna make it a border, so I'm gonna like put it on the floor, and then I'm gonna cover the sides.
Is that what Remember's doing?
Yes.
And I'm just gonna be like,
So
cool.
the regular pillow looks like this when she's holding it.
Alright, I'm gonna very quietly just peek the door open just a little bit again, just so I can see
Okay.
she's still there.
You can see her head kind of turn.
No.
For the record, I am next to Remember.
She does like just because like she heard something, or like she sees.
You just saw her head turn.
Well, you better come up with a plan quick.